Yo, what's going on YouTube, man? This is Boy Pryoxis. I'm back with another video. Now the question is, you guys see the title of the video, and I'm just curious. I'm genuinely curious. What would UFC or what would EA have to do that would make you feel like, oh, I want to play UFC 6? Now, if you're already playing the game, what do you think they should do to continue having you play the game and make you not want to just stop playing it completely? Because let's be honest, a lot of people have completely stopped playing UFC 5 as a whole due to the game being very similar to UFC 4. Troll D4H Troll Twitch TV. Alright, so I'm trying to have fun in this fight here. I'm going against MMA Troll, but the purpose of this video is for me to talk about, my opinion or whatever the case may be, and what I think they should do, and how to, because it's at the end of the day, it's about keeping the people engaged, right? The people want to be engaged. They want to feel like they're playing something new. When it comes out with a new game in 3 years, you don't want it to look and feel too similar like the old game, because that basically causes burnout, right? And I feel that's something a lot of people have been going through, and I wouldn't necessarily say me included, because I try to find the fun, but it does get, this game does, or UFC 5 gets boring faster than UFC 4. But that could be a couple reasons why exactly. And please forgive my commentary, y'all. I'm doing this live. I think it's pretty cool for me to not only try to focus on a live match, but talk to y'all while doing so, right? But one of the things I think is really big, and again, this is all opinionated, right? It's just my personal opinion. And fighter uniqueness. I think fighter uniqueness plays a big factor in eye candy. Like, we're talking about as real as it gets. I think that's one of the most realest as it gets things about the game. And that's fighters looking like a fighter when it comes to throwing punches. Necessarily the graphics, because I think they have the graphics on point. The graphics are on point. And a lot of these alter egos, I know I was seeing I'm about to get knocked out. I was seeing on Twitter where people was talking about, man, these alter egos look better than, the regular base form of the fighter. And I was like, when I looked at it, I was like, you're kind of cooking. They kind of do, right? So I was like, okay. I wonder if this is something that EA is doing. I definitely slid my head up the center line there, which is nothing new that happens. Okay, but anyway, I wonder if this is something EA is doing, if they're implementing this, something they're looking to roll out in UFC 6, because we do know for sure, right? We know that engine is going to be the same. We know that off the rip up. The engine for UFC 6 is going to be the same as UFC 5. And I don't even have to focus on this no more. He's going to posture up. But visually, I think UFC 5 is a great looking game. I do think it's a bit too vibrant, but look at Aldo's face. Well, this direction. Look at his face. It's tore up, and visually it looks great. But I think the steps need to be taken into making the game feel and play better, right? When I use Aldo, I want to feel like I'm using Aldo. And if you are a game developer, please help me out. I wish I could talk to somebody that works at 2K Sports when it comes to animations, and they can help me understand what exactly would be hard about, adding unique fighter animations within the game. Because I feel like we're at a time where uniqueness makes and breaks the UFC game, in my honest opinion. There's a lot of alter egos, but a lot of these alter egos fight exactly like that fighter, and it leaves you, I don't want to say unsatisfied, but it's like it's something left, right? There's something left there. And ooh. Ooh. Oh, I knew he was gonna what's the call. But I hate that I have to lock in on this fight. Oh my gosh. This is the second time this has happened today. I get pull elbow. There's so much pull elbows. And now that that's happened, I think stuff like the rock state, that has to change. Not necessarily the rock state, because you can be rocked and recover. It's necessarily when you get knocked down and you just hop back up like a zombie, or even the cage seating position. That needs to be a thing, or the game flowing better. In UFC 6, I 150,000,000% feel like flow. The game needs to flow. The way the seamless submission flows in UFC 4. Oh, I'm sorry. The way the seamless submission flows in UFC 5 should be the same way that it should flow when on the ground. It shouldn't be so hard stuck on this animation, this transition. And I know that it sounds a little bit contradicting, because I do ask for the UFC 3's clinch system back, but honestly, I'd rather deal with the UFC 3 clinch system than deal with the UFC 4/5 clinch system, because it's just not good. It's very friendly. But I can't even think of the word I'm trying to say. Noob friendly. All right, it's very noob friendly. I think, and then you get to the higher level of players using it, and now they're really good at the game and they abuse it, and then we go. And then they formulated a game plan around it, and it's just very hard to deal with. I think the clinch system is something that should have been overhauled going into 5, but I've complained about the clinch system, the UFC 5 clinch system, enough to the point where I won't really say too much about, the clinch system. I do just hope, that gets updated. Okay. And my bad, honestly, Bob. If you're still watching this video and you ain't said one time, probably you yapping. Put it in the comment section, because I feel like I'm just yapping. But this is when I feel like I'm having my most fun doing content, when it's just me doing commentary. So I try to do it, as much as I possibly can. But I'm also been trying to cover the actual sport, and not necessarily cover, but talk about it with shorts and oof. Come here. And I've been trying to looking to do tutorials. A guy asked me on stream, yo, how do I deal with this? So after I record this, I'm actually gonna record a short to help that guy out. And even though, that's one person asking for it, if I can help one person out get better at the game, I'm satisfied. Simple as that. But right now, this Conor McGregor's getting the belt. And I'm genuinely curious, man. If you've never commented on my video before, I asked that you comment and say, yo, what would bring you to the point where you're playing UFC 5? I'm not saying you're playing like, people play Warzone, but what would make you play this game at least 30 minutes a day, every day? 30 minutes a day, every day. What would bring you back? What would bring you back to get you to the point where you was so excited to play UFC games? And if you genuinely think there's nothing EA can do, let it be known, bro. I think this could be something pretty big for the community. Just people voicing their opinions, and you're not filtered by anything. You're not getting in trouble. You're not wrong. Because I think, you voice an opinion very strongly in their Discord, and they will get you gone. But nonetheless, bro, I'm not here to start a war. I'm just here to ask for you guys' opinion about the game, and ask what can be done about UFC 6 to make the game better. Because at the end of the day, me, you, and everybody else that's playing the game, Jones wants to play an MMA game that's fun. And if that's too much to ask for, maybe we have the wrong people making the game, as I stated before. Nice. Now again, like, this is another thing. Like, how many knockdowns did we get on this Conor McGregor, and he just hops back up like the Undertaker? Let's see. We got 4 knockdowns. When's the last time you've seen somebody get knocked down 4 times in one round? Legit question. Many men going to bed, bro. Like, straight up. Another thing, I know I'm yapping. Another thing should a referee, please give us more referees. That's not a big gripe, but my main issue is, can we please get referee stoppages, right? In Fight Night Champion, there's referee stoppages, and it just doesn't make sense. Honestly, I may pick back up Fight Night, do the Undisputed, and I know y'all can be like, bro, you said Undisputed, Fight Night Champions was worse than Undisputed. And both games functioning normal, I think Undisputed is a better game. But the problem is the game has become a lag fest, right? And that's them. I'm just going off the rails. But I said that to say that I am interested in playing Fight Night again. Good night. I'm just playing, you know, different combat sports games. I never beat Isaac Frost, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And I genuinely want to play Undisputed, but I can't. It's when I, like I said before, when I'm fighting against not only my opponent, but I'm fighting against game mechanics and I'm fighting against connectivity, it becomes a battle of hope. It's not a true battle of skill. Now, don't get me wrong. There's always gonna be skill involved. But could you imagine desync issues in a UFC game? You know how pissed people would be? When UFC desyncs, it usually goes to the thing where the round restarts, so both players get synced back up. So if you ever wonder why exactly that happens, now you know. That's desync. And the game is basically syncing you up and restarting the round from where it was. Ooh. I would even like to see more risk, right? More danger when getting hit with shots, because it feels like you got to get a million knockdowns or a million rocks just to get somebody going. As you can see, I got this Connor fighting on his last leg, but all it takes is one good uppercut while he blocks the body, and he's with a counter, and he's good. And you can see more knockdowns. Hopefully I can get a knockdown. I mean a knockout. And I'm genuinely afraid I'm gonna get hit with a good shot and I'm gonna get knocked down or flash KO myself. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I cannot wait to read, honestly, I can't wait to read y'all comments. And I don't read comments as much as I used to due to just people just being completely negative. There we go. Jeez, but I'm interested to see what you guys, what would it take for you guys to pick back up UFC games and play it more. Let me check the order. I had 3, so that's 7 knockdowns in 2 rounds. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's get right. But anyways, y'all, I don't want this video to drag along too long. I'm just looking for your genuine and honest opinion about what would it take for you guys to come back to, not come back, but make you guys pick up UFC 6 and play that game consistently. As we inch closer and closer to possibly getting maybe some news or some information about UFC 6, I will be covering that. So be looking out for that. And as I stated before in my streams, I've been stating Undisputed has an update coming out in next month, April, and hopefully it's good. We're gonna cover that for sure, and we'll just see how that goes. But anyways, y'all keep y'all head up, y'all stay up, stay blessed, to keep moving forward. I'll catch you on the next one. All right, see ya.